So we have a really interesting interview coming up about trying to make a film around issues around the Olympics. So, can you tell me who you are?
My name's Dot Howard.
And I believe you've got Arts Council funding and you're part of an arts cooperative and you made a film for a presentation. Can you tell us what actually happened?
Yeah, of course. So we're making a project that's about hopscotch and how it brings together art or creativity and sport. And as part of this project, the people involved in what will eventually be a performance are training to be professional hopscotchers. And we did an event in Chelmsford last summer, and we'd been hopscotching for about 4.5 hours, and there was somebody there with a video camera who interviewed us as if they were from a local newspaper or local news. And
So basically it was satire, so you were trying to make a joke of your art?
yeah, basically, the whole thing was really tongue-in-cheek. Effectively, we were acting. It was a really sort of off-the-cuff, completely unrehearsed, piece of video. And the three of us were talking about our experiences training as professional hopscotchers. And we talked about having heading for the Olympic Games. So the idea is that, that was our target. We were going to be a part of the Olympic Games. We were going to represent UK hopscotch in the Olympics.
Okay, and then so they made this tongue-in-cheek film about you guys training for the Olympics, mentioning the word Olympics a lot, but then you came to show it at an event, and what happened?
Okay, so what happened was it was the launch of the commissions of the projects that had been funded, and I hadn't really edited this piece of video because it worked really well as an interview, as a kind of straight interview without any fancy editing. And I happened to show it to somebody who was organising the launch event, and they said that we weren't allowed to show it because of mentioning the word Olympics. And which was mentioned a fair few times during this 5-minute piece of video. And so then and there I had to re-edit the whole thing and bleep out the word Olympic and Olympics and or cut the bits where we were talking about training for the Olympics.
So that's crazy. So basically, because of the funded nature of the arts, you weren't allowed to use satire to talk about something, which you should be able to.
Well, in fact, I'm not sure exactly what the reason was for not being able to use the word Olympics, but I don't think it had anything to do with the funding that we had. I think it had to do with the funding that we didn't have. So, and also, we were looking to go for the Inspire mark for the project, which means that you kind of get to have the Olympic logo on the project effectively, which would have been quite funny for us, I think, and might have aided what we thought was sort of an amusing scenario. So I'm not sure exactly why it was that we weren't allowed to use it, but I think the people who were launching the collective event and they certainly had their knuckles wrapped previously for putting out publicity stating that we were in training for the Olympics.
Okay, I think this kind of sums up a lot of issues around the Olympics. So it's total corporate control and lockdown of the things which should be in the public domain, especially as an act of satire. I find it really curious. Okay, if people want to find out more about this story, is it written up anywhere?
It's not written up, but I do have the original version of the video did go out on, I think it's on Vimeo, and I didn't take that down, so it is there somewhere out in the ether with the word Olympics quite clearly stated in the video. And also I think, we are contactable via the website, the collective website. So if anybody wants to learn more about our experiences with being artists and making work about sport during this quite interesting time, then Yeah, go to the website.
What's the website again?
It's www.liveartscollectiveeast.com.
So actually, we're going to go and find that film and put it out on Vision on TV. Why not? And let's see what the Olympics have to say about it. Okay, coming up, something else from the Adhocracy conference.